Is the Anniversary chapter officially confirmed to be original? Let's talk about it. Welcome back to Theory Time. I'm your host, The King, and we got a bit of spicy information for you guys. It's been a nice, relaxing Wednesday. We just posted a video, and we got a new interesting tweet. So a while back, Schmuckles asked the leakers to confirm what's really going on with this. Are we going to be seeing an original chapter coming into DBD? Is it going to be licensed? Because they mentioned that Hattie was going to be coming on out and the killer's power and perks, but that was about it. They didn't mention if the killer was going to be original or licensed. This led us to do multiple different theories, seeing if it would be alien or whatever the case may be, trying to figure out what really fits. And today they replied to that tweet and they said that it is going to be original, that they didn't want to ruin the fun. So, kinda expected. This is what we were talking about. This kinda was the favorite to come in, and we obviously speculated it could have been the Observer or a spider, vampire, whatever the case may be, but this is an interesting video nonetheless. We're getting confirmation by the leakers that this new chapter for the Anniversary could potentially be an original one. Now again, all of this is leaked information, so you have to take it with a grain of salt. Things can change at last second. This could all just be placeholders to literally sway us off our path, considering that Anniversary chapters are typically big. They try to keep them sealed up, and when they're big ones, they kind of give it away a little bit early sometimes just so leakers don't get their hands on it. But even something like Silent Hill was kept under wraps for such a long time until the last day when it did eventually get leaked. So maybe the developers got smarter and they decided to put some fake information in there for people to read it, to speculate on it, and then it was just a rug pull at the last second, leading to a licensed chapter. For example, the video we made today, literally a few hours ago, talking about the blood hunt potentially coming into the game, well, they descheduled that. That is no longer going to happen according to the data miner. So things like this can happen. Anything could happen at any given time. This doesn't necessarily 100% mean that the new chapter is going to be original. It could still be a rug pull and we could see something happen. So don't 100% shut down any of your ideas or concepts, and don't take my word 100% for it, but normally they're right on the money with these things. Now, if this is in fact original, we made a video talking about the front runners for the licensings. The top 3 were all original characters that we speculated to come on in. Of the 3, we spoke about the Observer and all of our theories behind him, which I'll recap in a second. We spoke about a spider killer, which is something we've seen so many times in the archives and speculated could make its way into the game, and a vampire killer that can transform into a vampire and kind of be a bat and fly around, see an aerial view of things, etc. The reasons why we speculated these 2 was that normally with the Anniversary events, we get something huge. We get absolutely massive licensings, and in order to fill the shoes of a massive license, DBD is going to have to create something that's so out of the box and original, it really blows people away. This could be a shapeshifter, a vampire flying around, a spider that walks on all 8s, a different rig, something out of the ordinary. We can't get something like the Trickster or something like the Hillbilly or the Nurse or whatever it is and be like, hey, this is the chapter. People will not be happy with that whatsoever. So I know they're pretty excited for this chapter, so I'm assuming this is going to be something huge and game-changing. I'm also hoping that this comes along with a lot of in-game healthy updates, patches, and changes that will make this feel and look amazing, so fingers crossed for that. If you missed all of our Observer theories, we speculated so much on the Observer, but if you missed any of those, basically, long story short, the leaks are saying that Hattie will be the new survivor. If this is true, we speculated that the Observer could be the new killer and Hattie could be taking his place. We speculated this because we've seen the Observer's room being completely demolished in some DBD tweets, and we knew that he was hidden from the entity, being protected, and all of a sudden his room is in disarray and he is no longer there. So we can only assume that he was caught by the entity. We know that the entity is pretty sadistic and likes to punish people and feeds on hope, so the Observer has a lot of hope of trying to get out of there, and he might do anything in order to escape the entity's realm. Thus, the entity uses him to do its bidding, punishing all the survivors, feeding off of the hope of everybody, and getting him to continue its damage. If this were the case, the Observer would be a massive killer, as he knows literally everything about every survivor and killer up to this point, so his power would definitely be unique. That brings us to our other points, where what will the power be? The leaks are saying that it could be something with the lockers. We have to wait and see. It's a lot of speculation going on about it, and that's kind of why we went towards the spider and the vampire, because their powers can fit into this. I don't really want to see a killer that just enters a locker and comes on out and ta-da, they're just teleported across the map. It has to be something massive. It has to be something huge, like prop hunt style, where you could turn into a locker, or you could be a mimic and bait the survivors, be a fake generator. Something crazy is what I'm expecting. Anyways, I'm rambling on and I'm going all over the place because this is a big bombshell, essentially confirming that the next anniversary chapter for the first time ever is going to be original, or the first time in a very long time, I should say, after following a very strict pattern. So what do you guys make of this? Are you happy that this is potentially going to be original? I won't give any percentages saying it's like 100% confirmed, but it's very likely that this could happen, unless, again, it is a rug pull. Anyways, I am rambling on and on and on. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. I am very curious to hear what you guys think. And yeah, that is pretty much going to do it for today's video. As always, I'm the King. I tip my crown to you guys, and we'll see you in the fog.